Hi, this is Rana. I have a layout today for Pretty Little Studio. This is the Well Read collection, brand new from Ashley Horton. I have this cute little picture of me holding my granddaughter, who I keep during the day while her parents work, and reading a book. Grandmas have that prerogative, right? Just to snuggle a baby while they sleep, read their book. That's perfect. This is the life, 100%. So I'm getting started here, fiddling around with my adhesive. I love that adhesive. I just get it off of Amazon. But occasionally, and it doesn't happen every roll, but every once in a while, a roll will just want to roll up on itself. And I'll fiddle around with that for a little bit, and then I just take it off of where it's rolling to, cut it off, restring it, and then it works fine. And it doesn't happen every roll, but it does on occasion happen. It's kind of hard to tell in the video, but the background paper that I chose is a really soft, it reads white, but it's a soft, like almost fabric, a sweater type pattern, and I love it. I think that made a great background. I also wanted to have all the colors of this collection represented. So I picked this rainbow paper for the top and the stripe for the bottom. I'm going to fussy cut around that scallop. And I do have this recording sped up double the amount of time, or half the time, I guess you would say, since it's sped up. Anyway, so I'm fussy cutting around the scallop, and I'm going to show you here in a second kind of my go-to hint or whatever when I fussy cut. I do love to fussy cut. Doesn't bother me at all. I buy the whole books sometimes that you fussy cut lots of things out of, and I enjoy to do that. Just sit in front of the TV or watch a game with my husband, and then just fussy cut. 'Cause I hate to sit and watch TV with nothing in my hands. So probably also why I like stitching so much, because I do the same thing then. But anyway, so after I get everything cut, then I will take my fingernail and just rough up the edges. Sometimes if I'm not all the way in on those little corners and things, you have to go back in, but just ruffling up with my fingernail all the way along. I like to ruffle up my layers and anything that I would tear. Sometimes I even ruffle up the edges of my die cuts. Just love that look. To me, it's just making everything not perfect, but kind of fixing mistakes at the same time. So win-win. So that's going to live up there at the top, almost to the very top edge, and then the stripe will be at the bottom, almost to the very bottom edge, just so that a little bit of that background paper still shows, and you can tell this is just a layer. So that's just a plain old metal ruler you can get at any office supply store, and I use that to tear if I want it to be pretty straight. And for this, because I don't have a lot of space, I did want it to be pretty straight. I didn't have room to have lots of rolling hills on my torn edge, so I just did it nice and straight, but then still have that ruffled up torn edge. So getting that placed down, and then here's my part of my title. The Books Are Magic is really cute, but I wanted my title to be Books and Babies, because that is totally me. Books and Babies. I love it. Here I'm punching, and then I'm also going to fussy cut out of this little cut apart sheet, and those are so economical. It's a great bargain. I love those. You get some great images, little words and circles and things like that. The circle works perfect with a little punch. So I've got several circle punches, so the circles on those things always fit really well. So I'm getting that arrow because I know I'm going to add another, I guess it's 2 titles for this layout. I know I'm going to add that, and I want that arrow to be pointing towards that part. I'm using some of the Good Vibrations vellum along with these Elizabeth Craft dies to make the notebook edge. I love how it kind of looks just like a real notebook after it's been torn out. Gonna add that in. It needs to be all the way over to the edge, I think. That's better. Kind of get that placed where I think it needs to go and continue with the embellishing. Popping up a few of the elements. Getting everything glued down. This really is a fun collection. The colors are perfect. I think it'd be fun with black and white pictures and color pictures, pictures of books, pictures of someone reading. I just really like it. It's a nice one. These labels, always the perfect layering piece for me. It'd be great for journaling too, but I just picked one that I thought was a good color that I still needed in that cluster. The letters that I'm going to be using here in a minute to spell out babies are also from the Good Vibrations collection. And the two collections by Ashley Horton really work well together. So you can kind of mix and match pieces. Tidying that up and then adding in my other title, which is This is the Life. And I'm going to fiddle around with that for a minute. I could have sped this part up to 5 times because it takes me so long every time I do a title, but especially with puffies. I like the way they look. These Felicity Jane ones are not available anymore. They're not in business anymore for scrapbooking, but they're fun. They're a good size, and it works for these little album pages. So my main title is Books and Babies, and then my, I don't know, bonus title is This is the Life. The pretty little studio stickers stick way better than these puffies do, but I'll probably have to go back in after I get them all placed and add some glue, but I'm not going to show that on camera. They just don't have the stick anymore. But I'm glad to get some of them out of my stash too. So I've been trying to use some things up, and I have a bunch of these. So I like how that looks. In my normal way of doing everything, I end the recording and show you the final picture and then change my mind and add in a few more bits. I love stitching on my layouts, and if you follow me, then you'll see that I love hand stitching. So for this one, I wasn't doing any hand stitching, and when I got the whole thing done, I just thought I needed some thread or something. So the little circle down by the love that I punched out is going to have, it's a little circle that says cozy, and it was out of the die cut pack, one of them, and I just tied a little bow on that one. I punched another heart, and then I also tied a knot in a little piece of the pearl cotton thread that I used on my last layout when I was stitching, and I added that with my tiny attacher up to that arrow that's pointing to This is the Life. So you'll see those items in the final pictures, even though there's the little cozy circle right there. You'll see that in the final still picture, but it's not in the video because I added that after I quit recording. So, and I do that a lot. I'll walk away and then I come back, get ready to take a picture of the layout or whatever, and I decide I needed just one more thing. So I'm always more is more pretty much on my layouts. Isn't that little kitty so cute on the stack of books? I don't have a cat, but It was just too cute. Went along with the baby, I thought. So that one is going to go up there over that label and kind of finish out that cluster. And I really like how that cluster looks. Super cute. Has all the colors of the collection in it. The photo of my sweet little granddaughter. She was just a couple months old there and liked to snuggle with me, and now she's 9 months and she does not like to snuggle. When she's up, she wants down, and when she's went down, she wants to try and crawl away. So she doesn't stay on the blanket and play toys or any of the things that they do when they're little. I'm already missing these little cuddly times. Here's some of the hearts. I used 3 different punches to punch out 3 different hearts for this. And I love that paper there that reads as solid with a little, it's like solids in the triangle shapes, and they have just like white splatters. And those are perfect for punching. I love using them in that way with die cuts or punches, just a layer here and there. Also, I like the triangles, but I like it. I like to have that just as the solid pieces too. So that's what I did on this in this case. And see, I'm showing you that it's done, but I changed my mind after that. So this is the final picture, and you can see how the word cozy has the little bow under it and all of that. But I appreciate you watching, and I hope you'll join me again sometime. Thank you. Bye-bye.